rolling through.
Okay, Bo's took my spot.
He's
His pod
oh,
now.
look how cute he is. Oh, this is not good for me.
He's like, she's like, Chris, we're getting a dog.
no, I cannot. I just need to live through yours.
Well,
Because I know
he's
at the end
basically
of the
yours.
day-
You've
Okay.
given him too much pizza crust. Now he's
Ava?
addicted.
Ava got these squishies.
I was gonna say, I was like, where's my fish?
You're like, hello. Ava got these squishies the other day, and now I'm like, how did I ever? Not me being you with the mic all every which way. And now I don't know how I ever lived without it. Like I think I actually.
Oh no. Oh. Okay.
It doesn't have a hole, does it? I mean, it doesn't have a hole, does it?
No, it's like, see how it looks like loose, but it's like not.
That's
It's
the
like
mouth.
just this
Oh no, that's the bottom. Oh.
That's the mouth, you idiot.
Because I have a rainbow fish now.
Yes.
I'm actually not gonna lie, I wanted the boba, and then you were like, here's the fish. I'm like,
Oh, well, I didn't
Yes.
even know y'all were like, I didn't even know Natalia was gonna take it.
and
If
then
I'm
you're
being, like,
and then
totally
you're like,
honest.
oh, do you want it? Like,
No, because when I was like I thought you were just feeling it, you know, like I would have easily given you one. And then I was like, see Natalia
which one did
feel
she take?
the boba. Maybe you could do a swap. But I'm like, did
Well,
she
no,
even
I'm
take
attached
it?
to the fish. I just also
Oh.
want a boba.
Well, they have green, they have pink, they have orange, they have.
Hello.
I know. Let's take a
Pink.
trip. Let's take a trip.
Where is it? I don't know
Highland
why.
Village.
I don't know. Where?
Highland Village.
Oh, I thought you said like the village. I'm like, where my brother works. Why has he been gatekeeping? I actually feel like I want a pink one.
Okay.
I think I need one. We talked about this. I like feel like I need one in like every space I occupy. Me like teaching Pilates, I just like reach behind the clock and
You're
like
like-
pull out like my.
You're like, pulse. What? How have I told you?
I'm
Like,
no, because I'm like actually. Well, okay, I've been like seeing all these videos lately.
okay. What? Because I'm mad that you're not my age. Because I'm like, how am I on like a different set of TikTok than you? And we like watch the same shit. Because this is the only thing on my For You page right now.
You're like actually mad. You're like, okay, but actually, instead of like us going to Highland
Highland vinaigrette.
I don't even know where. I don't know what that was. I'm like, can Leighton go?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
but-
he took me again and got me more because then I realized I woke up the next morning and I was like, where are my squishies? And then I was like, oh.
Oh, he gave him that.
Yeah.
No, because actually, I like feel like this singular. Well, okay, no, we need multiple. Like, let's not be crazy. But like this
And I feel
thing
like we
right
need
here-
different textures.
I think this could solve type A's issues. Like, we don't need medication. We need a medication for other things, but because on my side of TikTok recently, I've been seeing how like people who are like type B
I'm like-
basically just like manifest everything that they want because they just like assume that everything will always work out for them always. Mushu being like number one freaking example.
Yeah, hello.
But I feel like literally I was watching a video about that today, and as I'm like squishing my like rainbow fish, I'm like, I think me and this squishy could like overcome being type A. I mean, let's not get crazy. Like, there's still gonna be like remnants, but like, I feel like this could solve a
No.
lot of like.
Well,
I feel like this could solve a lot of things in my life.
You know, would you think Natalia's like in bed right now watching her like news, like squishing her boba?
Yeah, with like her
Like,
dog like being like, I want to go on a walk, and she's like, in 2 hours when it's 2 a.m.
yeah. Well, because I'm just like, I didn't even think. She was like, well, thank you, you know? And then I was like, because she like says thank you a lot.
No,
About, like, random stuff. And then I was like, yeah.
you know what Natalia is like really funny about that like you and me are like not the same. Like, okay, see, I was just so refreshed that you're you because I just feel like
That's the first time I ever heard that.
I just feel like you know how like sometimes like you don't know how a person is, and then like you have like first experiences with them about something, and then you're like, are they gonna be this way, or are they gonna like be the opposite of me, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, I'm honestly so glad you got that, because I was like thinking the whole last pod.
No, I know, and then
my
I
lips
got
are,
it,
like, freaking
and then
dry.
like I like forgot.
But see, you're the type, you're like me, which I feel like is how I grew up with like my mom and my friends and whatever, is like you're the type that's like, if we go and like get coffee, like
Sorry.
you'll just buy, but then I'm gonna buy next time, but no one's ever keeping tabs. It's never like, it's not like
Yeah.
the type of thing of like, well,
Oh,
I bought
yeah.
coffee this time, so you need to
Oh my
buy it next
gosh.
time. But also, it's not like, for us, we just, because we're both the same way, it all, even if I like pay, let's be real, even if you pay like 5 times one time, then like it's all gonna like even out.
Like
It's,
it just kind of like works out on itself. And you know what I thought was like so weird?
because no, you're gonna say exactly what I'm going into, so go ahead.
Okay, well, I don't know about that, but
I don't know about that.
no, but I'm thinking like I would see online, and I'm like, the people like, they're like, I hate the people who are like, you owe me
Oh,
$1 and 78 cents for the candy bar I bought you. I'm like, there's people actually out there like that.
Well,
Like, I don't get that at all.
but you know what's funny is like Natalia's not like that, but Natalia's also like the type that's just gonna like, I'm gonna pay for like my share. Like
Yeah.
I honestly wondered like, it was actually so funny the other day when, what was it that, the black bread. And then I was like, well, Natalia, you need to take the black bread. No one's gonna eat this but you. And she's like, but Ava bought it.
Yeah.
And you're like, I'm not gonna eat that fucking black
Oh my
bread.
God,
Take the black
no.
bread. And she's like, are you sure?
Oh my god.
And then I'm like, well, I freaking want the vodka that you brought, Natalia. So, and she's like, take it. I'm like, okay. But like, she's like very
But
much
also,
the type
she
that.
never like expects you to pay her
No,
for that. But
she
then
doesn't.
She feels like, I'm like, yeah, pay
But
me
she'll
$4.30
be
for
like,
the bread.
if she's going to get like food,
Yeah.
like she'll be like, so are you gonna place your order and then I'll just pick it up? Which
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect her to ever buy mine. So it's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll just place it, pick it up, whatever. But you and me are like the same, because I'm more so that like, if I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be like, Natalia, what do you want? Let me just
Yeah.
order it and then
then
go
ne-
pick it up.
yeah,
But
or,
then
like,
she's
whatever.
never like that. Like she'll be like, oh no, I'll just place it on my app. And I'm like, no, don't. And you know, so then she just ends up placing it. So then obviously if she goes, yeah, I'm just gonna place it on my app because you know, that's just how it is. But yeah, and like one time like I bought her a Lala and she was like so insistent on like Zelling or Venmoing me. I'm like, it's like $7. Like fucking keep your $7.
Yeah.
But then we're like the same, where it's like, no, just like put it on my
Mm.
like.
But also, I think she knows us now, because like one day I went to Lala for you and
I was
me,
gonna ask if she
and I was
asked you like.
no, and I was like, here you go, and then she was like, oh, and she's like, for me, and I was like, yeah, like I was like, I figured like, I mean, I was like, I went for Victoria, but I just picked you up something too, and I know her order, so that was like
Apparently you know
easy.
her order and I don't.
And so that was like easy, you know, and I'm like, and then I was like kind of upset because, but I think she like with stuff like that, I don't know, I feel weird like talking about her on this, like thinking that she might listen to it, probably not. But like I feel like, because I was like, oh, like she's not drinking it, you know, and I was like, is she like weirded out? Like, is that like too much? You know, I'm like, did I like, and I'm like, why? Like, I have not seen her take like one sip from it, but also I know she's a slow drinker. So, but I'm like, I have always seen her.
True.
I'm like, we sit right next to each other. Like, I see you drinking it, and I'm like, you would think I would see you sip on it at least once today, and I didn't see it once. When she left that day, we were still there, and I literally went and picked up the cup to see if there was stuff in it. Gone. Like, it was
because
light
it
as
was
a feather.
hot. Because I was like
Yes.
thinking, I'm like, you would know, but I forgot you
No,
got
it was a
hers
hot. So
and
I mean,
then-
because she only likes really hot, I feel like she's not a fan of the iced. So I like,
It shows you what I know. I literally get her iced whole
I'm like,
milk.
I'm like, well, you got her oat milk. I mean, you got her whole milk. Like last podcast, I'm
That's
like,
what I mean. I'm like, I got her iced lavender. No. I got the strawberry that one time, but like, when I've gotten her like a lavender one before, I got it iced.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I just know because like one day.
Yeah, you're right. No, she never drinks iced coffee. I'm just like so selfish that I'm like, well, I drink iced coffee, so.
Well, anyways, and I was like, oh, like I'm like, And I was actually like annoyed because I was like, well, like, you know, like I try to do something nice, you
Yeah,
know,
'cause
and then I
we
pick
were-
it up and it's like gone. I'm like,
You're like,
okay, so I'm mad you're up. That's nice.
you're like, actually, I'm about to cry. Oh my gosh, speaking of crying, solid core this morning. I got Ava to go with me.
Barely. I was
Okay.
literally about to text you like late last night. I was about to be like, cancel.
Which is actually so funny because I had a dream that you were like, I was like, I get charged
Oh my
the
God.
late fee if you don't go, and I don't actually know if that's true.
Oh well, and
But-
also when I like woke up this morning at 5 something, I don't know. It's all a blur already. Well, I set my alarm for 5 and 5:15. Both of those didn't happen. I think I got out of bed at like 5:30.
I think I set 5 alarms
or
every night.
5:20 or something. And I texted Victoria and I was like, "Good morning, like I'm up." Like,
Oh, and
getting
I was
ready.
like, oh, thank God. Were
And
you,
I was
hoping
like,
I was
yeah,
gonna,
and I was like, please, like, sleep through the alarm, please sleep through the alarm. Like, I was like, should I even get dressed? Like, should I wait for a response?
And, like,
what
5
if
minutes
she-
later, I'm
yeah,
like,
and I'm
sounds
like,
great.
I'm like, sounds great. I'm getting dressed now, picking you up at 5. Like, no,
because that freaking fee, that cancellation fee is hefty.
No,
I don't actually know if it would have applied for you, but like it would have applied for me because I just used my
no,
free
but I'm like,
one.
if it's your fault, then I'm like,
No,
I'm like,
did you
it's
think I
work-
was like a freak for stalking you last night? I'm like,
No.
why is she not home?
No,
Is
I was
she
even gonna text you.
drive from
No,
freaking? Is she gonna
'Cause I
drive
went home
40
last
minutes in the morning?
night.
That's not happening.
I went home. Yeah, you would not have seen me. But I'm like good about waking up with stuff like that.
No, I know. I don't even know why I'm acting like you're not because when anytime we used to film like at the other studio that we worked at, you were always there before me.
You used to be on time, and
Every
I would get like
single
breakfast
time.
too, or like a drink.
Yeah.
But these days,
I think that's why I wasn't sure if you were like how I think that's why I wasn't sure if we were like the same or not because anytime I'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to like Lala, I'm going to go to whatever." You'd be like, "No, it's okay." But now I just know that you were like didn't want to like burden me with buying something for you.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
Then sometimes I'd go to Lala
my
and then I'd
gosh,
get there
wait.
and then you'd have like 151 or Dutch or whatever and I'd be like, "So she just hates me then because she got her own coffee?"
okay, it's so funny looking back, like thinking about my life then and like how I knew Victoria, and I don't know. I'm just like, wow, we're sitting in my apartment.
No, it's actually so crazy.
Like filming a podcast. Okay, when did you start working there or teaching there?
So I
It's
think
like-
there.
I'm so bad with
I
time.
want to say there was like May 1st, because I remember I started at Keller like April 20th. It was almost a year ago that I started my training for Module 1. Like next weekend? No, this weekend will be like a year.
Okay.
Because I remember I was training over Chris's birthday.
Yeah, and I had already been there since last June. So I was there for that was like around my year,
Yeah.
almost my year, and then Victoria came,
And
then
remember, I called and asked if you guys were hiring, and you were the one who answered the phone.
I don't remember that.
And then I called back like a couple days later, and I was like, "Oh, I was just checking up," and you're like, "Yeah, I actually think I was the one who talked to you."
yes, I do remember
And then
that.
you worked that Saturday. That was my first class,
Oh wow, it's like a full circle moment.
and it was like the freaking board that like you like that they did the welcome before you got the chalk. There was like the one where you just like put the letters in the like felt, and I remember it was like, "Oh, welcome, Victoria," and I remember like telling you, I was like, "I'm just gonna take a picture of this," and then I was like, "Oh my god, she thinks I'm so weird," and now it's actually so funny because I'm like.
Yeah, no.
You were actually probably like, "Oh, thank God that my board didn't go to waste."
No, I was literally like, okay, yay, cute, because oh my god, I live for that stuff, you know.
Which is funny because when I was like, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and you were like, oh, "Okay," and I was like, "This Gen Z is judging me." She's like, cringe much, like
No, like I was like, no, I was
But
honestly
now
probably
knowing
thinking
you
like,
now-
are all the letters straight?
No,
Like,
now-
does everything like look good?
yeah, knowing you now, I'm like, oh, she wasn't judging. I was
No.
just thinking about this the other day for a second.
No, and you know what I was gonna ask you? I was gonna ask you like when you asked me to film content with you like for the first time.
Oh yeah,
Like, what did you think about me?
honestly, like I wouldn't have asked you to film with me if I like didn't think like.
Well,
you
like,
were.
I mean, like-
actually, I think I was nervous. Like
That's
today,
what-
today I was.
Well, no, because I was like talking, because I was like thinking about like today, and I was like, was she like this nervous when like
So do I not
we
come
were, like-
across that way then?
no,
Okay,
no,
good.
like you seem like super cool, like totally like chill,
Normal. Okay.
like.
I know. I don't know where my anxiety comes from. I'm like, maybe I should like analyze my
No,
life
because
and be
this
like,
morning when we were sitting in the car,
I was so nervous.
and you were like, I like don't want, and like when you told me, you were like,
Yeah.
I probably would have chickened out, like if
yeah,
you know,
I'm
I
like
was like-
embarrassed.
I'm like, okay, so like before,
I know. When
like-
did I ask you? Do you remember?
I'm so bad with time. I'm
I feel
telling
like
you.
no, same. Because we're always like the
I
other
mean, we
day.
could scroll
and I'm
back to like our
actually
first
8 years
reel.
ago.
And see- yeah, like,
No, because I feel like I brought up and I was like, I think I said something about how I was doing the
social media.
yeah,
And then you were like,
and I think
if you
I
wanted to
asked-
film
yeah.
like reels sometime, and I was like, and I was so, you don't even know, I was so excited for this.
Oh really? Okay. And you know what's actually funny is because when you actually like when we actually went to film like I was like, she's not gonna like even like probably show up on time.
No.
And you were there before me. I was like,
Yeah.
not in like a weird way, but
No,
it was
yeah.
just like I got there and I was like, oh, because we had to be there like pretty early to like I think we agreed on like 7 or 7:30.
Well, especially because like, okay, this sounds like bad, and this doesn't mean like I don't like cherish like or like respect the really like my relationships like the more I get to know you. It's just like especially since like you were a new like friendship kind of. I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to be like late
no,
or like I want to be like.
that totally makes sense because I
Mhm.
feel like now it's like
Now I'm like, she's my manager, and I'm showing up an hour late to work. Hello.
no, I
I'm
actually
walking
don't.
in. I'm like,
No, I'd actually rather you like be comfortable, obviously, than
Yeah.
like anything else. But no, it was because I was like, oh, is she gonna want to? And then I'm like, okay, am I gonna like come across cringy? Because like obviously
No,
you
yeah.
were like younger, and then I was like, what if she's like one of those like really like pretty girls who then like she's actually cringy. Like you know how like you know how it's like because I was like actually like low key like I know I'm like not with filming, but also someone who's Gen Z could like be like, and then I'm like, but what also like if she is, and then I'm not gonna want to post a video because it's like my reputation on the line. And then we like started doing stuff, and I was like, okay, we're good. We're
Yeah.
solid. We're like whatever. You know what's funny is that the other day it was literally was it Sunday night to Monday? Yeah, Sunday night to Monday. So your first like day of staying in your apartment
yeah.
and then going to work the next day.
oh my gosh, yeah, I was gonna say this.
No,
too,
and
so-
it was so funny because I have Monday reports, so I have to like get there, get started, and honestly, I was kind of like running behind too. But I got there at like probably 8:30 because I like try to get there between 8 and 8:30. It doesn't happen like on Tuesdays because I take the 7 a.m. class, and so I got there, and then at like 9:15 rolls around because I'm like, okay, well, Ava's gonna be here soon.
And it's so
because-
funny because Natalia, who lives like 15 minutes away, is it 15?
Yeah.
Maybe longer. Is always here at 9 a.m.
Yeah,
bright and
and
early, and she looks
she-
wonderful. She's all put together.
And she came in and like so the door opens. I'm like, here this fucking bitch is. Then I see the ponytail, Natalia, and then I'm like, good morning, because you know she's always like after I've been there for like a whole hour and a half, and she's
like,
been
I
up
didn't
there,
know you were in
and she's
here.
like, oh my god. I'm like, so the light on, the like everything, no indication,
The
but
clicking,
okay.
the clacking. I will literally like
Yeah,
sit there
can
and
you
pretend.
not hear me like
No, you
typing?
can't. I will pretend I'm doing like something. I'll like just like silently like move my hands around my bag so you can see on the camera. Okay, well I just gave her my secret. But if I don't want to be like, because one time I did, I was like Victoria,
And I wasn't there.
no, you weren't in there. And then one time I had Zolma. I was like, because I think she was cleaning her office and your light was on. And I was like, oh, Victoria's in there. She's like, no, or I don't know if I want to say your name, but
yeah.
you can cut it out. I don't know, but. Anyways, our housekeeper, cleaner /
I don't actually think that's her name. She followed. Did I ever tell you when she followed me on TikTok?
Yeah.
And I was
It's
like,
not the name?
No. I don't know where it's from, but
Okay. Well,
she's like, you bitches don't actually get the real thing.
I might be like bro on the cake.
No, but
Maybe we should like enlighten Oswaldo. I'm just kidding. He probably knows.
literally. So then she like, yeah, because he's how I confirmed that it was her. I was like, this is her, right? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, was she not? Because she like does nails.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show you her TikTok.
Can she like give me
And you're like, we're like, in the meantime.
Yeah. So after you're done scrubbing the bathroom floor,
She's such
I
an
know.
icon. She's
I'm
such a
like,
queen.
and one time I had the audacity. I asked her how she was doing, and she was like, "I'm doing good. How are you?" Her like freaking months pregnant, cleaning like an apartment complex, and I was like, "I'm okay." And I was like,
No, she's,
"Excuse me."
she's our housekeeper. She's so fucking
Yeah.
cute. She's literally like vibe. She's a Leo, which I love Leos. People,
Yeah.
I feel like are like whatever.
The only Leo that I've grown up knowing, you know, and I don't like him.
And
Just kidding.
well, okay, let's clarify. It's just like Capricorns. Women Capricorns, slay.
Oh yes.
Male Capricorns.
Yeah, what are you talking
disgusting.
about? I thought I was like all Leos. No.
No, women Leos.
If you're a male Leo,
No,
you know
literally
who
go
you
fuck
are.
yourself.
If you somehow come across this video, you know who you are.
No, women Leos are like
I'm just
slay.
kidding.
Males.
Not him like holding my road.
He's like, look, bless has no gender. No, but where were we at? Oh, so then all of a sudden I hear the door open. I'm like, finally this fucking bitch has showed up. Then Natalia pokes her head in. And so then I'm like, good morning. And she's like, hi. And then she comes in and I'm like, not Ava living in the next door building. And she's like, I know. I was so stressed out because I'm running late. And she's like, oh, Ava's gonna be there. No, I'm gonna be the one that's late.
You know what's so funny?
And then she's like, no, Ava.
You know what's so funny though? You know what goes through my head? Not even you, my manager, is gonna be mad.
Natalia.
I'm like, oh my god, like this is so embarrassing. I'm like, Natalia's gonna be there before me. I'm like,
Honestly,
I'm gonna like pick
get
up the
it.
pace. I'm like, Jesus, like I'm gonna walk in full embarrassment. Like,
Could
I
you
would not
imagine
give a
though? Could
crap.
you imagine that you're like, I couldn't
I'm
give a
like-
crap about you. No, could you imagine that me being
No.
the manager and me walking in and all I see is like from her desk, like whatever, I'm like after her and I'm like, hello.
And then I'm just like, who knows? I've been steady with coming to work within 9:30 to 10 every day.
Actually, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, obviously, I like want your presence there earlier, like selfishly for me, not as like an employee.
You're like, I don't give a crap if you're...
but like,
Okay,
just
how
as
much
your
can you do in 30
presence,
minutes anyways?
but also
I'm just kidding.
it also like because you're like me during the day, it does help me with time when like as far as like your time in the morning saves me from having to like answer overtime questions at the end of the week. Because I'm like, let me check everyone's time, and I'm like, oh, Natalia and Ava did so good, and then I'm like,
It's 'cause I'm
Natalia's
like-
is like a straight like 99999, but lunch, and then like clock out ready. Like, yours is like
10, 9:30, 10, 10.
you're
Like,
like, no lunch. Clocked in here, forgot to clock out for lunch. So me. So fucking real. Like, literally, do you know
Wow.
the amount of times that I went to Karen? And,
One
like, she was
time-
literally like, if you weren't you. And I'm like,
I say
I
one
know.
time, like,
no, you
was, like,
actually,
one
you
time.
actually don't even understand the amount of times you're
No.
clocking out and missing punches is nothing compared to me. Like, if I would get through a full week without a missed punch, Karen was like throwing a party.
no, I clocked out for lunch at like 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. One
Never
time
clocked
last
back in.
week.
Like I've been working here for like 10 years. One time back in the day, no, last week I clocked out for lunch at 4 p.m. Never clocked back in. And then what was the other thing? Like
No, you're leaving the bridge open last time.
oh my god. Yeah.
No, I can't remember though. What was the...
I don't know. It was like some weird like ass time. I'm like, what did I do? I don't know. Anyways,
Okay,
you could just pull up the
no.
timesheet, but
And honestly, not like me. What did I have to do? What was I doing
He's like,
last
no, I-
Friday where I like drove somewhere before we then like filmed? Anyway, I was driving back from getting
wait,
Chris food.
no, I want to know.
Yeah, because I was driving somewhere. Like I had to go. Like I went to go do something.
You went to
I don't know,
Kroger.
but I went where?
To Kroger.
I thought you said you were hungover. I'm like, I was not. I was not.
Wait, Friday night?
Yeah, because I got Chris food.
No, that was not Friday because we filmed the pod on Friday.
I know.
You went? No, you
Oh,
didn't.
you already left. That's why you don't know. I'm like, you don't know. You don't know my life. No, because you left early.
Yes,
And at one
I
point,
did.
I went to go get Chris food. I think he got Wingstop.
Yes, because you had leftovers the other day.
Yes.
I noticed that, and I was gonna ask you when.
Yes, because
Like it?
he ate my pad thai noodles. Because
Wow.
I was like,
this is a full. Like, do you guys? I'm kind of a freak. Like, I realized I'm like, oh, because you pulled the Wingstop out of the fridge, you ate the chicken tenders at your desk, and I was like, I wonder where she got Wingstop.
because you weren't here, you don't know.
Yeah.
You left.
Because that's how much I know about Victoria. I know everything.
Because literally,
so I was like-
because Chris ate your leftovers, that he doesn't even know are your leftovers.
He
and
decides to
then-
listen to this podcast. He's like,
No, he literally has been like, I said something, I was like, well, you don't even listen to the pod. And he's like, I've been asking you every week to send it to me. And I'm like, you're so right, actually.
you're like, not this one, honey. Not this one.
Because he had your leftovers, the chicken and rice, and then I had pad thai. And honestly, he's probably just so scarred because, like, one time he ate my branded bowl leftovers
Oh,
instead
I
of
remember
his.
this.
Remember, I was so upset.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I
and
would
he's
be.
like, well, you can just have mine. And I'm like, I can't eat yours.
Yeah.
You don't even get guacamole because
Yeah.
you're a serial killer. You get chicken and beans. I get veggies so that I can get guac on there, as if Branded Bowls doesn't charge for it all. It's not even freaking Chipotle where it's like I get free guac for getting veggies, but whatever. I'm like, I don't want all of this.
If that happened to me, I would actually, Leighton would not be alive.
No, I was actually like,
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, we've been together for almost a decade, so this has happened before, you know, in time. And like,
You're like,
imagine,
I thought he learned. from last
imagine like if I ate his, he'd be like, it's okay, it's
time.
fine.
Yeah.
No,
No.
I made such a big deal about this. I literally think I cried.
I actually
I think
don't
I
it's
actually was
different.
like-
because
but I
us
was like-
especially like we plan our whole day around a bowl.
No,
You know what I
exactly. And like because you know, I get like extra rice and stuff so that I can make this like 2-3 meals. And honestly,
Plus-
it usually lasts me 3 meals.
Yeah.
But then he ate both, and I literally started crying. I was like, I was gonna eat that tomorrow, and now you ate
Yeah.
it. Like I was putting on the Waterworks. I was like a Broadway show. I was like the main character
Yeah.
of a soap
and
opera.
I bet me and Leighton could like do that like with the bowl thing, but he like we like
And he literally had the audacity to say, "No wonder why it tasted so bad."
oh yeah, I remember that. That's true.
Because he doesn't like guacamole because he's a fucking
It
psycho.
would strangle.
Yeah, no,
Literally
I literally was like, so why didn't you stop and look in the other fucking
Yeah.
bowl? He's like, I was really tired. Anyway,
No matter how tired I am, if nothing is not satisfying me, I'm like,
no,
freak
I'm
is
like,
this?
but then now I feel bad because we had like no food in our house at
well,
all.
you should be like, this is what
Except
you
for
get.
freaking 3 chicken pieces from Wingstop and my leftovers of like the pad thai, which was like significant. So I came home to get the pad thai, but then I was like, have you eaten? And he was like, no. And I was like, well, why don't you eat these noodles? And he was like, I thought they're yours. Oh, the way I was like, he's just sitting up here starving. And I'm like, and I was like, well, no, you take the noodles, I'll take the Wingstop. And he's like, there's only 3 pieces of chicken. And I'm like, I do not need a lot. In fact, the less of a portion I can take, the better.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine. Like, you take the noodles. And
If
now
I was
feel
like
bad
tired, like
because
eating
I've
a
scarred
branded
him.
bowl, good.
I scarred him.
I'm like, no, because Leighton gets like I probably wouldn't even be able to like take the bowl out of the fridge if I was eating Leighton's because he gets double everything. Like double beans, double steak, double chicken, like multiple
No wonder your
proteins,
bill was
double.
like freaking $100.
Well, that's true, but yeah, he is ridiculous, and he eats
Because-
the whole thing
Because Brandable
In
in
one
one
sitting?
sitting.
in one
See,
sitting.
that's the thing about Chris though, is you know what's actually funny? Is like he actually it's like people will be like, you're not gonna be able to eat like that forever, like you're gonna eventually end up gaining weight. But I'm like, he
No.
actually doesn't actually eat. How many times can I say actually? Is actually the new like?
Okay, wait. You shouldn't have said that because I didn't realize I wasn't saying like as much.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna say it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. Maybe I've outgrown it.
Yeah, have we actually? Ew, where did this new word unlocked come from?
Can we like?
Does Natalia say that? Is
Yeah.
that where I got it from?
Well, my new thing is let me tell you or let's do it.
I told you that I told Sydney at freaking Solid Core, like,
Yeah.
let me tell you. And then I was like, oh,
Not tell you.
yeah. I'm like, hello?
Like, where is she?
No. Us starting at this and then like never getting back to it. Solid Core, our workout. Me. So how did you actually feel? Okay, first of all, if you've never taken a Solid Core workout, like it's the fact that you were like, wait a minute. Oh, it's full, but I'm like, it's always signature 50 full body. Only because our location is so new, but like I think their only things are like signature 50.
Wait a minute.
They have like a 30-minute, I think.
The podcast we filmed talking about like how it's illegal to wear no socks. That one's still up or no?
Yes.
Okay. So
Did the girl next to you not have?
Oh my god.
Do you feel?
reiterating?
Yes. Do you feel my
Because-
pain?
Okay.
No.
Oh.
Yesterday. Today we went.
Yes.
Yesterday I had a girl take her socks off in the middle. I just like looked at her like,
hello? Full judge.
yeah.
I'm like, no, can I move?
Yeah,
reformers?
right. I'm like,
Because
actually,
I'm
can
like-
you move? Can
Yeah,
you
actually,
move?
yeah. Because I'm like looking at this girl. I'm scoping out the competition. You know, early bright and morning.
And it also wasn't bright.
No, it wasn't.
Still dark.
Very dark. We're sitting in Victoria's car, and I'm like seeing like all the girls walk by. I'm like, oh, whatever. Like I haven't taken a solid core class in
A hot minute.
probably since December.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably since like Toys for Tots. Talk about
Yeah.
throwback.
TBT. What does TBT stand for?
Throwback Thursday.
Okay, TBT. Throwback Tuesday. That's what I thought. I was like, let me make sure I'm using that right.
Is that a millennial thing?
No, maybe.
I think it is because we used to do
But
hashtag
I feel like
TBT.
yeah, I know, but like it's still like a thing.
Oh, okay.
Anyways,
We're trendsetters.
so what was I gonna say?
No.
Oh yeah, so I was scoping out all the competition this morning, and then I get in there, and I was about to make myself comfortable on the end reformers like we always do, but then Victoria's like,
I
No.
don't. You haven't been there since December. I don't do the end ones anymore
why?
because someone else always goes to the end ones.
Oh really?
So just in case.
Well, whatever. And of course, I'm not gonna leave Victoria, so
Well, and also
There I was,
and then
third
also I was
reformer
like,
from
right
four.
here.
yeah. And what if I was like, no?
Like,
Bye.
bye.
Anyways, so I'm looking at the girl next to me, and I'm like, okay, so sheesh, like, are you sure you don't want to move? Because she looked intense. You know, Loki looked fit. Instructor was asking waffles or pancakes. First of all, she said waffles, but in the most like dreading tone. She was like
grotesque.
She's like-
like
waffles, like waffles. I was like, wow, like, are you sure?
no, you're like, I'll
Do you
eat
know you're
yours.
here right now? Like,
It's only like a question in the morning, but you're like, I'll have your waffles.
yeah, give me all the waffles. But I'm like, she's like, waffles, and I'm like, okay, so whatever, waffles with a side of like doom. Then whatever. She's like, then
Why can't I even think of who was next to you?
well, she had red hair. That's all I remember.
I There was like someone else with red hair.
Yeah, I know. The one with the tattoos.
Yeah, that's
But she was vibe. The other girl, not a vibe.
Yeah, I can't even
Like,
think.
I was like, if you're gonna come here and like look like you're gonna kill everyone, can you please not?
You're
Because
like, next time don't.
yeah, I actually thought like, I don't know, she's gonna like do something. Not really, but she's gonna like kill me with her look. Anyways, worst thing happens. I look over. Her toes are all sprawled out on the like machine. And I'm like, okay, so
And then when they
you
do
can look however.
and then when they do obliques, and then their freaking like
Oh my God,
snaggly toes are
like,
hanging off the side.
I'm like, whoa. Can we bring back social distancing? Because like
no, truly,
this is
no. The
disgusting.
one day I had someone with freaking bare ass feet, and you know how they say like bring your like heels up to your glutes.
Yeah.
She went like this. I'm like, I really wanted to stop and be like, that's not what she means. She
No.
doesn't mean freaking lift them in the air up into my
No.
fucking nostrils.
Yeah.
She means lift them up to your glutes. Hello? No, yesterday when I went, there was only like 5 or 6 of us because it's like spring break.
Yeah.
Tell me why we're all like, I feel like we all start out, okay, unless you come with a friend. If you're a singular person, we all start out being like skipper reformer.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And then people start filling in if the class is booked.
You know, I will say though, I didn't get one compliment this class. Probably nothing to compliment, but
She didn't really like call out a lot of names though.
well, it was mainly like her friends.
Yeah. And me.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, and you. I
No,
was like,
honestly, that's
she,
because I
like,
go to her classes.
Victoria,
and
I was
also, and you're like, this bitch. No,
It
but
was
also I brought her flowers. But also I go to her Tuesday
we
classes
didn't
like
even
all
like
the
get to
time.
this point, but
I know. I'm like, well, but no. So yesterday I went.
it like throws me off. Her name is.
Veronica. Oh.
No, I know because I keep wanting to like
Yeah.
get it mixed up, and I'm like, no.
Because I keep wanting to ask her if she ever gets.
I'm sorry, but she like doesn't look like a.
No, she doesn't. But I always want to ask her, does she like get ever like confused with like Victoria? Because so many people call me that.
Right.
And so I'm like, but it's so funny because so yeah, yesterday when I went, it was like every other, and then this freaking bitch comes in and sits on the machine right next to me, and I'm like,
Why
hello.
do you do that?
And
I'm
then-
like, read the room.
no, exactly. And then like class gets started. So it's like everyone's spaced on machines except for me and her.
Yeah.
And then partway
Like,
through,
Can you imagine if you like got up and moved? Can you imagine if we were like that? Like got
I
up and like
wish
scoot
I
over?
would have been, because when she freaking took a break to yank off her
No,
socks,
that's
I was
disgusting.
like, I'm like, be so fucking for real right now. Like, be so for real.
I'm sorry, but
Like,
if that happened, I would have been like,
no, because why? Like, I wear socks.
what time do you have to be home?
When's my curfew?
Yeah, when's your curfew? Because I'm like, would you take Bo out with me for like 5 minutes?
Oh yeah.
Okay. perfect.
Yeah, I was like, you're like, I actually need you to leave, but that's what I thought you were going with that. I was like,
No,
I'm
I was
can
like, I
we
need to
have-
address this beforehand.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm like, she won't deny me in front of the camera.
You're like,
Just kidding.
she will not say no. No, I'm like, can we?
Because I'm getting nervous. He's been drinking too much water.
Oh.
So what Victoria's like learned about me and this damn dog is that I hate him.
You're like, I'm really nervous because like he's on a diet, and like I told him, like, do not get bloated.
I like came home and I was like, where's the shit? I was like,
No.
where's the piss?
No.
I was like, where is it? And I was like searching and I'm like, okay, like this is weird.
Did you ever watch Dance Moms?
Yeah, a little bit. Anyway, so we take Bo outside and he's like shitting. And I'm like, God,
He's,
like
like,
what
shitting.
in the hell?
Yeah.
And like Victoria's like, okay, so like he's relieving himself as dogs do, and I'm like,
Outside, like, not
why?
in your space.
Like, hello, peeing on everything. And she's like, so again, like
he's outside,
doing
not
what dogs do,
doing
outside,
even what we do, but like,
doing the basics of life. And I'm like, now he's like drinking water. I'm like, okay, this
You're like, you're
Hoes drinking too much water. Like, damn. Like,
And then he's gonna go outside and pee, and you're gonna be like, so now you're peeing.
so right. Oh yeah.
No,
but I
just-
love him. I'm just kidding.
You're like, but I love him. No, you
I'm
do.
like-
But literally with Dance Moms, I'm watching right now where Abby's dog had like died, but she had him like preserved like taxidermy. And then she's like crying. She's like, she looks so great like this. She's like, I should have had her model. And I'm like thinking like with you, you're like,
Bo,
you're drinking too much water.
Yeah.
You look bloated.
I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why
We're
are you
like-
looking like that?
You're like, hello. Like, we've had too much pizza crust, too much Nilla wafers. Like, do you want to qualify for the next shoot?
Like, no. Funny story,
Can
really
you
quick.
guys get out of anytime we say really quick, we're like, give us
It's like
at
10
least
20 minutes.
20
later.
minutes.
So no, this is actually real quick. So Leighton. Okay, maybe this isn't real quick. Well, I mean, Leighton one time. Oh my god, why do I keep saying one time? Like I've been alive for like 100 years.
This one time at band camp. Do you know that reference?
No. No. But
My mom will appreciate. I'm like, if she
What is
makes
it
it this
from?
far, and then I'm like, also like she will. I don't know, but like I never actually know if I saw the movie. But all I know is that all growing up, my mom and then my siblings' dad, from whatever it is like this one time at band camp. So anytime we would say when we were younger, like this one time, it was always this one time at band camp. We got to look it
Yeah.
up after this.
Okay.
And honestly, people watching,
if you know, comment.
honestly, we've identified that our main she's like happily
I know.
happily will comment. And since we've identified our main demographic is 60 plus, i.e. my mom and dad. And my dad's gonna be like, I know that movie too. Like, don't leave me out of it. Anyway, your story. This one time.
So, this one time at band camp. Don't know what that is. Could be from something totally whack, but hello, here we are. So, what?
Was it? Okay, now they're gonna be like, they're gonna be like, stay in your fucking lane. Was it that, oh, it's like a weird
What?
movie. Something high, something, just keep,
Okay,
I'm
so
never.
Wow. Okay. All right. So Leighton, we were just hanging out one day, and randomly he like shows me his phone. He's like, "Look, my friend's with Abby Lee Miller." This was recent, like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, "So, is there any background behind this?"
Like,
Like,
he's friends with her?
no, like his friend, like sent a picture of like close up Abby Lee Miller.
Oh.
And apparently there was like some meet and greet here in Dallas, and like he snuck in or something with his girlfriend, and they like got a picture with her. But then like when she realized they didn't have wristbands on, they got kicked out. She was like,
no, because
yeah.
she's about her money. She's
Yeah.
like, no.
yeah.
Did you see the
It was
TikTok?
like a bad photo though. It was,
Did-
like,
They're all bad. Did you see the TikTok
Her
of
edits.
like the one like grandma and she's like dancing to like Mackenzie's song and then Abby comments and she's like, "That's so funny. I produced this song. It made millions. I never saw a penny." And like everyone's like, "Not Abby" in the comments. Like,
oh my god.
I'm like, woman went to prison, like had a
Wait,
fucking
what did
stroke,
she go to prison for?
like tax evasion, fraud, something or
Me, I'm
other.
like trying to get both. And I'm like,
Like, but did
honestly,
that?
you know what? I thought she was a slay and thought she was so funny. And then like now I'm like,
And I'm like, yeah, like the trauma, but also I like sometimes I'm just like, because I'm like rewatching it now for like the 5 millionth time. Oh my god, I used to watch it with my grandma, and it's just like, I think now that I watch it, and probably even when when my grandma's like not here anymore, I'll be able to watch it because when I was in college, it was still going.
yeah.
Because like I watched it like as it was, and it's funny because when I was like in college and I lived with my grandparents, like I would watch it and she would be like, that Mackenzie, like, oh, that, like, whatever. And then she'd be like, I don't think her foot was supposed to look like that. And I know she knows nothing about dance, but she just, like, and then it, like, killed me the other day, like, knifed my chest when I was like, Grams, I'm like watching Dance Moms. Like, remember, like, when we would like watch like Mackenzie like dance, and she'd be like, no,
Aww.
like she's like forgetting, and I'm like, but also as sad as it is, it was like such like it's like I could like transport myself
Yeah.
to like that memory of like us watching. And you know what she also religiously watched with me? Actually, okay, so she religiously watched with me Dance Moms and Pretty Little Liars.
Okay.
And then both my grandparents religiously watched with me The Bachelor.
Oh, yeah, I went through a little, not like I didn't like watch it, but like my parents watched it at night in our like old house,
Yeah.
like in our like the other city that we lived in.
See, and I only ever watched The Bachelor because I was like
And they weren't
I
even,
could
like,
watch
religious
like,
watchers either. Like
No,
they would just like watch it if it was
no,
on.
and honestly, me neither. I went like we went. What are you doing?
Third time this evening.
Like there was like a few seasons where like we went through. I think I knew, not I knew, but like whoever was on, like it was like I knew them from something. But then like because I was like so shocked that they wanted to watch it, then like I was like good
I
to
kinda
keep
wanna
going.
watch that now.
But I don't like I don't like The Bachelorette
Yeah, I like.
because I don't want to watch a bunch of dudes.
Yeah.
Like I like The Bachelor because it was like a bunch of women. Like who gives a fuck about the dude?
Well, honestly though, I kind of like to see like who's the best like guy, you know?
No, I can't watch that many dudes. It's
Really?
like no, it's like and also
Well,
you
the
know
new
we
season, I saw like the TikTok and it was like, oh,
well,
like
whatever.
meet the guys.
Do you even watch like Mormon Wives? No. Stop. Can we just actually get into this for a second? If you watch, my mom, the one like, well, Riley too, but like, mother, if you haven't watched Mormon Wives, go back and binge because all of a sudden the main girl who like kind of started the whole thing
Is out.
no.
Oh.
She well maybe now, but like in the season no. So she's like basically her mom and dad. Her dad is not her biological dad, but he like basically adopted her for like a young age and whatever. But her biological dad apparently is dead. Didn't know that. But he like didn't really like he was never a part of her
Why am I
life.
like because of scandal?
He was never a part of her life. He like met her one time at like 4 and that was like it. Okay. And so then
And
she
what's her
like
name?
goes into
Who is this one?
Taylor Frankie Paul. Okay.
I only know the one that was on Dancing with the Stars and I like her.
Well, there's 2.
Well, the
There's Jen and Whitney.
Whitney.
Oh, I like Whitney now. I didn't like her to begin with. Now I like her.
She's
Don't like
not on
Jen.
the show anymore though, right? Like as of now.
I don't know because it's all kind of paused.
Well, because she went to Broadway.
Yeah, but it's all kind of paused because of Taylor. So, she danced with John. I don't know. Anyway, so basically, oh yeah, so like she's like she hires someone like in genealogy to help her like find out more about her biological dad, but she's like, well, he's like actually dead. I'm like, oh. And then she's like, come to find out she has like other siblings, and I'm like, okay. So then the genealogist is like, yeah, they're in Colorado Springs. I'm like, stop! I'm from Colorado Springs. And then
You're like sibling.
and then all of a sudden it goes to like, well, the like siblings basically like don't want anything to do with you.
You're like,
but
I have a long lost sibling.
I'm
Hello.
like, hello, cousins possibly?
Yeah.
but then this is what's so fucking crazy is that then it's like the siblings like don't want to meet, but then like one of the like dad's old friends is like, okay, yeah, we'll meet. And then her mom is like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous about going back to Pueblo.
Oh.
Which is where Chris and I went to school, where my mom grew up, where my grandparents, like everything. And I was like, and Pueblo is like a small town,
Uh-huh.
but like not a small town, but like it is a small
You'd
town.
think you'd know.
And I'm like, hello? Like, I'm ready to, like,
Yeah.
so then, like, they go to fucking Pueblo, and they're, like, showing, like, the B Street Cafe. I'm like, I ate at the B Street Cafe. I worked at the boutique just down the street. And it's
Yeah.
just crazy because it's not, like, Dallas. It's not,
Yeah.
like, this huge city where, like, I'm like, it's fucking Pueblo where we know, like, everyone knows everyone. Like, and I'm, like, shouting through the screen, like...
I'm like,
And I
hello.
told Chris, I was like, how wild is this? And he's like, no, that's actually wild. Because, like, that's where we, like, met in college.
yeah,
Anyway.
that's crazy. I like love moments like that though.
No, yeah, it really was kind of cray. And then, oh, yeah, and then I was, like, at Pilates the other day, and I was asking the front desk girl, I was like, do you watch reality TV? She was like, yes. And she's like, are you? And I was like, Mormon wife? She's like, yes. And then I was like, you know what's so crazy is, like, I was like, well, how far are you? She's like, pretty far. I'm like, have you got to the Pueblo episode? And I'm like, because I'm like, went to college there. She's like, my family like lived there. I'm like,
Oh, wow.
stop. Like,
Yeah.
where? Literally, like, right by my grandparents.
Wow.
Isn't it crazy?
So hello, you're like meeting like.
Yeah, I'm like, but anyway, that was my claim to fame for the moment. And I forget how we got on that.
Dance moms.
Oh yeah, somewhere along the way we got there. But
Yes.
I'm happy you're gonna be at work tomorrow. You're like, I'm not. I should teach. Hello.
Well, I'll try to be there on time. Well, speaking of shows, actually, I was gonna mention this in the last pod, but since like my Wi-Fi is like not that good, and the only thing that I've been able to watch is the Lego Movie. I've been falling asleep to the Lego Movie every night, restarting it, and falling asleep at the exact same spot. But I
Felt.
love it,
Felt.
and I have an emotional attachment to the main character Emmett for some reason. I don't know why. He's like, I feel like I need to protect this little Lego man, but him and his little come over.
Bo, are you gonna be able to like muster up the courage to go outside?
Yes,
Yes.
I'm forcing him to. He needs to pee.
Well, with that, I'm like, cheers to that.
Cheers.
I've like
Friggin'
completely
fish.
like rubbed off his like little boba face, but
No, I like. Bye. Oh, do you have any last words?
he's like literally
He's like,
fuck off.
Yeah, he's like, you fed me cookies and dog treats all
And
day.
pizza
And
crust.
pizza crust, yeah.
Yeah, well,
One pepperoni. Anyways, cheers to that and Bo getting actual dog food tomorrow.
let us know what you thought about Natalia coming on the pod and if she needs to be a regular
more.
guest star.
Yeah.
So that we can show this to her, and cheers to that.